is Kate. Welcome to Covert Narcissist 101. Thank you for joining me. Haven't subscribed? Please do. Don't forget to like and share as well, guys. Today's topic is three lessons or three things you observe interacting with people after narcissistic abusive relationship. Three things you observe as you interact with people. Things you learn, you see, as you're interacting with people after a relationship with these toxic people. Um, Most definitely, everybody expects your level of discernment, of course, to go up. It should. Yeah, I don't even think you have a choice because that's your healing. That's just what happens. You don't uh take things at face value anymore. You're not paranoid. It's just that now there's yeah, listening to what people are saying and not saying. I think it just happens. It just happens. One of the things you observe talking to people is like you realize there are some people that they're willing to help you, right? They're willing to be out there helping you. They're lending a helping hand, but then you realize some of those help they are offering is to make sure they are in a better position to have unlimited access to you. And that means unlimited access to boundaries, nothing, there's no line. They can crisscross it anytime they want. That is the extent of them helping you. They're helping you to put you in a position where that you have no boundaries. That is them helping you. But of course, it comes across, you look at face value, is like, oh yeah, they're very helpful. They're always here. They're doing this and that. But how much they're offering that help to make you either dependent on them, leaving their door open, leaving the window open, something to make sure that it benefits them. So the extent of their help is how they're going to make you easily accessible, easily manipulated by them. That's the extent of the help that they are giving you. Of course, looking from outside looking in, they are very helpful people. Look at, they're always there. But then you have to, once you come out of a narcissistic abusive relationship and interact with people after that, you're better in a better position to see how much our help is not a good help. You're able to see this. Number two thing you observe is that there are people that are 24/7 victims, right? 24/7 victims is like even if when you start dating or you meet other people afterwards, or in the family, the dynamics is that every single time they are talking to you, they are always in the position of the victim. Let's say a relationship, you meet somebody, like, they're talking, and everything they have to say, everything they have to say about whoever it is that was, the day before, is how this person did this and did that, and you are, you're sitting there as somebody that just, came out of a toxic place, waiting for them for the self reflection that you assume they underwent after the relationship ended to kick in, so that way they can tell you or mention, okay, so this is what I learned, or this is why I messed up on that, or whatever it is. That never comes across. Never comes across. They never say anywhere they did some kind of wrong, or by omission or intentionally. None of that comes in because there was no self reflection. There was no self reflection. So every time they are 24/7 victim, everybody wrongs them. Like I said, this might be something that prior to you being exposed to narcissistic abusive relationship, you are playing the savior. You are trying to help them, like you don't look beyond like the fact that every single time they're having conversation with you is always something somebody did them. It could be work related, relationship. Every single scenario they paint for you, they're always the victim in it. You know, like I said, prior to dealing with toxic people, you might think you're always in trying to save them, give them advice, give them offer your opinions or whatever. But afterwards, you just realize, like, you start reading between what they're saying and not saying. you know, how can you go through life with every aspect of your life, every situation, everywhere you interact with people, and somehow you're always the victim? Anyway, number three is that you realize that there's some people that are always painting other people as a villain. At the same time, the villain is still weak without them, right? They come at you and they tell you how this person did them this and did them that, and in the same breath, they're telling you how those people would be nothing without them. Those people can't do anything without them. And so it's like when you listen to, usually when it's used to covert narcissists, it's like, wait a minute, but you are the one that is wrong there. They're the villain. How then are they? I thought the villain, they're weak too. Like they still rely on you. You are the one that gave them the strength that they need. You know, to be the villains to you. Like, which one is it? But when a covert narcissist or toxic person is so wrapped up in trying to play that victim, in quote 24/7, that it depending on which where the wind is blowing or whatever the story is trying to trying to make it is okay. Yeah, they did me this and did me that, but then without me, they're not gonna survive. They're not gonna be able to afford the house. They're not gonna be able to afford the car. But somehow that the same person was still strong enough to be a villain that made you a victim at the same time. So when you start interacting with people, you notice this. After that, you notice with this in different settings, of course, and it doesn't have to be relationship wise or family wise. Different settings, you see this. Whereas prior to this, you might not be paying attention to this. Like you don't look beyond what they are saying. But now it's like those two things cannot be. Yeah. So they're saying these things. You are like looking at them like, how is that? How is that possible? You know but these are some things that that you observe, interacting with other people after the narcissistic abusive relationship or toxic relationship, is that you most definitely, like I said, your level of discernment shifts up, and then you can't even help it but see or read between the lines and see what is not being shown to you. Like you have this level of insight, really, in what people are saying or what people are doing. All right, guys, get a hold of your mind and everything's to fall into place. Please like and share. Take care.